Because I don't know about you, but I quite like actually having the task of having to fly back to a mapstone. It makes it more meaningful for me. It makes me plan my journeys better. Hey up everyone, I'm Serious Circuit and welcome back to Sky Children of the Light. Now, I thought I'd have my say on some new updates that have been happening on Sky recently. I'm talking about the 32.0 update. Now, there's one particular feature I want to talk about that I have some opinions that I feel like might potentially polarize a few people who really enjoy Sky. So without further ado, shall we get to it? I just wanted to say, before we get into this video and I present my arguments either spoken or written, as some might be typed up on the screen, that the arguments I'm presenting, although they might sound serious, are meant to be light-hearted. Ultimately, the introduction of this new mechanic doesn't really impact me personally, and I'm still going to enjoy the game. I just kind of wanted to present the possible arguments that both sides may perceive, and therefore try and be a bit more balanced in my argument. Obviously, later on in the video, you'll know what my final opinion is, but obviously, I want to make sure that everyone's aware that although it might seem like I'm being really serious, this is also just meant to be like a bit of lightheartedness. I just wanted to have a bit of a reaction to the new mechanic and share my opinion. So please, if you do enjoy this game, understand that I also very much love this game, and I do not mean any of these arguments like an offensive way to those who either create the game, so Sky devs, or those who play it. So yeah, this is post-series, this is future series, so I'm going to say goodbye to now and put you back into the hands of past series. Okay, so basically, I've recently just done an update for my Sky game. I didn't realise it was updating until Steam told me it was. I play on PC, but I use console controls because I use my PlayStation controller to play, as I find that easier. But there is one big feature that has been added to the game in this most recent update, and it is instant mapping. So instead of having to go and sit on a mapstone, which is over here, I'll show you. Plus, I just love the music in this game. You used to, before this new feature, you used to have to sit on a mapstone over here to see where you are, and now it's saying to me that I can map anywhere by, as you can see there, holding L2 and pressing the down. I'm not sure what it is on other consoles and PC, but obviously the game will tell you your controls. Now, this feature seems like it's going to be something helpful, right? And it certainly is. If you played this game a lot, it certainly is a helpful feature to be able to just plonk your butt down anywhere and look at the map. But one biggest complaint that I have with this feature is that when I hover over certain areas, for example, Prairie Gateway or somewhere down here, Ancient Dock, it shows me exactly how many of the main spirits I need to get in the area and how many golden lights are in said area. And I feel like, just as a person who enjoys the world of Sky, this is not meant to be like, oh my god, doom and gloom. But as someone who enjoys the world of Sky, being able to sit down and just open up the map and know immediately, oh, I'm missing this much. In the wind pass, I'm missing a golden light, which I didn't even know there was an additional one in the wind pass. I only thought there was one. So clearly they've added some more in. And I'm missing, for example, like in different areas, I can see exactly what I'm missing. I feel like, to me, that almost takes me out of the game. Like, just in general, because as you're flying around in Sky, when you stumble upon a golden light or a spirit that you've needed, you go out with it with pure curiosity. You're like, oh, I wonder how many people have got this, or I wonder, like, what is this spirit going to be like? But knowing in an area that I've missed a spirit, I feel like, especially for first-time players, when they're going through, instead of just following the story as it's intended and going through area to area, it's going to take away from, like, the mystique of it all. It's going to pull me out of the game, because instead of being there like, oh, here's another rockstone and getting another mapstone and getting super excited, I feel like it's going to take away significantly from that wonder. Because if you look how the level is designed, it's designed to take you through in a certain way. And if I'm constantly stopping to look at mapstones, rather than just enjoying the atmosphere of the game. If I'm constantly stopping to just do this and being like, oh, have I got this many spirits in this area? The answer is probably no. And then I'm just going to spend my time, instead of following the story through and looking for winged lights, which I certainly had already got in that one, so that is definitely a glitch, because I've been doing a video for golden lights and I know that I've gotten that one. I know for a fact that I got that winged light because I've gone through and done the video, so why is it there? That's a glitch. It should not be taking that from me. I definitely went and collected that. But yeah, in this update as well, I just feel like if you're going through, you're like, oh my god, cool, look, here's a map stone. I wonder what kind of area this is. For new players, I feel like this feature is not going to be very good for allowing the world to immerse you and tell a story. Whereas I feel like for more, you know, what's the word, more regular players, people who play for longer, it's probably a really, really good feature. But I wish this was like optional. If I've already found a map stone, maybe as a new player or something, I wish I could choose whether or not I wanted to be able to map anywhere or just sit at a stone. Because I don't know about you, but I quite like actually having the task of having to fly back to a map stone. It makes it more meaningful for me. It makes me plan my journeys better if I know that I've got to go into an area and I've got to find a winged light, because it still shows up as a winged light. But again, I'm missing out on the mystery of how many winged lights I have left to collect, because it tells me exactly how many I have in this area. It will tell me exactly, oh look, I've got 3 out of 3, 2 ancient spirits. And I feel like that takes away from the mystery of going around and looking for things. So that way, instead of like trying to find things and getting immersed in the game, I'm just like, oh yeah, I know I don't need to be in this area anymore, let's just leave. So I don't know, I guess it kind of just depends on how you play the game. But I personally would want this feature to be optional. I don't want it to be like, you know, you have to, because look, it just tells me straight up, I'm trying to press square, I'm trying to sit on the map stone, and it won't let me. So what is the point of map stones? There is none, and therefore it kind of ruins it for me, I'm not gonna lie. I know obviously a lot of people will probably find this feature incredibly helpful and have differing opinions to me, and that is okay. But as someone who has played Sky for a little bit, not as long as others, I certainly feel like this feature should be an optional feature for those who enjoy it like I do, being immersed and having to do things in a game. Like, I don't know, I don't always want things to be quick and efficient. Sometimes I just want to feel the atmosphere and be involved, and I feel like this was such a cute thing because you have to like light the candles and then you have to sit down, and it's kind of cool. And this just feels a bit too gamey for me. It feels like it's like, oh, it's now just a quick mechanic. So Sky devs, if you hear this, I don't know if this is going to be a popular opinion, but I'd very much like for this feature to be optional and not just mandatory for everyone, please, if you wouldn't mind. But yeah, this is just a very quick update on my opinion. I just feel like the update's just come out and I really wanted to get my opinion in, so I'm actually up to date with the times. Because just look how this world feels when you're flying through it, and then it kind of just stops your momentum. You could go like this, and you have to be stood still anyway to do it. So what's the point? Why not just let me sit on the stone if I want to look at my map? But yeah, anyway, that's just a very brief opinion I had. I know a lot of people don't really talk in their Sky videos, but oh well, I guess I'm talking now. But yeah, that is my opinion. Feel free to share your opinions down below. If you have a differing opinion, I know this might not be like the most, what's the word? In-depth discussion of the mechanic, but yeah, it's just my opinion. So if you've got different opinions, I'd love to hear them and hear why you think differently or why you agree. So yeah, to summarize, basically my biggest complaint is that I find the map feature a little immersion breaking, especially for new players. The way I would fix it is to make it optional, and of course I just want to also say that this does not mean that I like the game of Sky any less. I very much enjoy it, so this is very much an opinion made from love, not dislike. And as I say, as always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, especially if you are a new viewer. As I say, I do plenty of Sky content, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.